Hi guys, I'm Heather Suarez reporting for Kids First, and I'm here today with fellow reporter Carlee S.
Hi everyone.
Today we have the pleasure of interviewing Lisa Durupt and Marcus Rosner from the new upcoming Christmas film, Christmas with the Crown. Lisa Durupt is best known for her work on films and TV shows like Supernatural, The Color of Rain, and Run for Your Life.
Marcus Rosner is best recognized for his roles on Supernatural, Once Upon a Time, and Arrow. Mr. Rue is now playing Cassie, a young woman who is returning to her hometown, and Marcus Rosner is playing the charming Prince Nicolas in Christmas with a Crown.
Mr. Rosner, we have all grown up with Christmas romance films. What is it like for you starring in one of your own now?
Well, I feel like an old veteran at this now. I've done this, I think 5 years in a row. I've done a Christmas film, so it's great. It feels like one of the new holiday traditions for me, to be honest. Every time Christmas rolls around, I got a little movie to sit down with my family and show my mom, and so yeah, it's become a nice little tradition for us.
Mr. Rue, what was your favorite scene to film and why?
Probably the most memorable scene to film would have been the scene that was shot outside. It's beautiful. We had to go skating and it was fantastic, but it was minus 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know the conversion to Fahrenheit, but by the end of it, I don't think, had we not been from Edmonton and Winnipeg, two very cold places in Canada, I don't think either of us would have stuck it out. The final scene, I don't know what they ended up doing with the film, but there's one part I can't even move my mouth anymore because my mouth was so frozen. And I will give credit to Marcus because he was a total trooper. He was not wearing any kind of tube or earmuffs or anything. And he lasted for what? It was like, I don't know, probably like 12 hours outside. So definitely the most memorable scene to do would have been the ice rink.
I saw that scene and it looks great. Like you look great in it.
It looks like I have the craziest lip injections because it's like, I've had aired hot, right?
Hey, that's the look. You want to make it in this business, kid.
I rocked it. So yeah, most memorable.
Yeah, I think I actually said something about that in my video. Not about anything bad.
She said it was her favorite scene.
Yeah,
I watched.
Yeah, nothing bad. All good.
Oh, it's great. It looks beautiful. It was amazing, but it was so cold. So probably that one.
It was Carlee's favorite scene, so we did something right.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, and it really does look like a beautiful winter wonderland. So, Mr. Rosner, how did you guys work together, you and Lisa, to have the most beautiful on-camera romance that is fit for a Christmas movie?
We just fell in love. We just immediately fell in love, and then when we wrapped, we said goodbye, and that was it. We'll always have Edmonton. I don't know. We both have good senses of humor, and we, are both good at what we do, and we had that mutual respect. And yeah, I don't know. It all translated to clicking really well, I think. So.
It was such a beautiful romance to watch. Like after the film ended, I wanted more and I wanted more. It's like, what happens? What happens to them? Do they stay in the town and they keep on the Christmas festival? It was, I loved it.
Well, maybe we'll have a chance to tell that story at some point.
There you go.
Mr. Rosner, was it difficult to switch between accents, and how did you rehearse for them?
Yeah, when they said, well, I think doing the switch was an idea I had for some reason, and I've never done I've never done an English accent before, but I thought, you know what, throw that in there. I thought it'd be a nice little gimmick. Yeah, it was kind of tricky, but I took lessons in the weeks leading up to it with a dialect coach over Zoom, just like this, and he made me feel confident with it, and hopefully I still feel that same way after I watch it.
Yeah, the American accent was really good.
The American.
Oh, the English.
You crushed it.
Oh, that was a subliminal slight by Carlee there.
I love it.
Yep. It's always me. Yeah.
So, Mrs. Durupt, how do you see Christmas now after working on a film about it, and how does the phrase Christmas starts with us affect you now?
Well, I think like Marcus, I've been doing a lot of Christmas movies for a long time. So I think what made it nice about this one was that normally I would be more the sidekick or best friend or what have you. So being able to be part of the entire film and be there for, every single day of shooting was definitely made it a little bit more special. But in terms of Christmas starts with us, I think that's something that personally my family has always been really big on. We weren't big gift givers growing up. It's all about the experiences. So now that, having become a mom in the last couple of years and really living that, I definitely think that that's 100% what Christmas is about. So the different traditions that you do really do start the entire feeling of Christmas, especially right now with the whole situation going on in the world. I think it's super important. So yeah, I think that's a very true statement, and that I don't know. I think that's something that I've genuinely been trying to do since I was little, just organically growing up in the family I grew up in. So it made me proud to be a part of that.
We see that shine through that Christmas isn't about gifts, and it's about traditions, and it's about the family, and it's about how everyone celebrates Christmas differently. And we see that in how different your characters are. We still come together on celebrating Christmas as a family, which I love.
Mr. Rue, your character is very passionate about celebrating the Winter Festival. So is there anything you like to celebrate and like traditions?
Christmas-wise or just in general?
In general.
This isn't very Christmassy, but I'm a hardcore Halloweener. We're a big Halloweener in my family. We celebrate all the gory movies, the costumes, all of that stuff. So that's definitely a big tradition in our house. So Christmas is still a big deal, but Halloween was always something that we went full bore on. So yeah. And in terms of Christmas traditions, I don't know if you can, it's not really a kid-friendly thing, but my husband and I love to get up on Christmas morning and put Baileys in our coffee and take the dog for a walk. That's a big tradition in our house. Drunk by noon on Christmas, this girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Halloween too. I like going through like the mazes, like the haunted stuff. I like horror too. So.
I get really nervous in the horror movie. Like I've been kicked out of multiple haunted houses because I'm very, like when it comes to fight or flight, I will fight. And I've injured several actors. So I've been escorted, especially at Universal Studios. I was escorted out in like the first 3 minutes. I kicked the guy. When I went through the hanging meat section, he jumped out at me and I was like, hell no.
Mr. Rosner, we see how your character Nicholas becomes friends with his servant Arthur. So what friendships have you made from onset, and how have you kept them? And do you guys still stay in touch?
Yeah. Arthur, played by Michael Lazarovich, who one of you, I watched the reviews that you guys did. I can't remember if it was either you, Heather, or you, Carlee, or there was another girl who did a review. But one of you said that he was their favorite character. Do you guys remember who that was at all? It was you? Okay. He loved that, by the way. That made his entire week. But yeah, so I was actually texting him about that. We stay in touch pretty frequently and are pretty good friends now. And Dylan, our director, I stay in touch with, and Lisa and I text every once in a while, like when the poster came out. And yeah, so yeah, you make friends on all these movies all the time, and that's the nice part about the business. So
Michael was so hilarious. Tell him I say hi. Tell him I say hi.
He's gonna watch this over and over after you said that.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
So Mr. Rue, what message do you think people will take away from this film?
Oh my gosh. Where to start? Probably the overall message is, a very standard, but don't judge a book by its cover, because you never know, what people's life experiences are, where they're coming from on a day-to-day basis, and just to kind of expect the unexpected, especially at Christmas. You don't always get what you want, but sometimes you definitely get what you need.
Yeah, that seems like a good message.
And Mr. Rue, how do you feel about, and this kind of goes for the both of you as well, how do you guys plan on celebrating Christmas now, especially with the condition of the world? How are you guys gonna spend Christmas apart?
Lisa?
Well, for me, this Christmas is kind of cool because I'm actually 6 months pregnant. So we're warming up for baby number 2. So I think, yeah, ta-da, surprise.
I didn't even know that. Congratulations.
I know, because it's below the camera. Yeah, I think that's, for us this Christmas, even though, you know, it's a bummer you can't be with your family, it's really a special Christmas for us because this year in general, we've gotten to spend a lot of time that we wouldn't necessarily have been granted that much time with my daughter, and she's only not even 2. So I think it'll be a really special Christmas for us to have that last Christmas, just the 3 of us. And then, yeah, and you know, it's a big deal because she's finally able to really experience and appreciate it. So I'm looking forward to it just being kind of a nice, quiet Christmas and a lot of Zoom calls and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the baby.
Hey, stop that,
Yeah.
Rosner.
Yeah, I am also pregnant, so coincidence. No, I bought a house and we're gonna try to furnish it and make it a home, but I mean, I feel like that pales in comparison to, you know, giving life.
No, a house is exciting. That's a good thing.
It's exciting. It's our first house, and yeah, it's, you know, we have our Christmas tree right here, and it's weird and fun, but yeah, so we're gonna be doing that, so we don't actually need to go out into the world too much, which is convenient. So, yeah.
This one's from Mr. Rosner. The movie was filmed in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Can you tell us about what it was like filming there, and were the snow and ice in the scenes real or were they created?
That was all real, and we felt every minute of it. You can ask Lisa. I think we suffered frostbite on multiple occasions. Edmonton is actually where I'm from. Lisa's from a pretty similar city, I would say, called Winnipeg, which is in 2 provinces over. And so, like she was saying before, we're pretty used to those freezing conditions. But yeah, if you film in Canada, you fortunately have a monopoly on snow and cold weather in general, which makes it perfect for these movies. And I was shooting at home, and so that was a really beautiful part of the whole experience, having all my friends and family come be extras in the movie and everything. And the whole thing, it was great.
Well, thanks to Lisa Durupt and Marcus Rosner for talking with us today about their upcoming film, Christmas with a Crown. This film will be available on December 1st, 2020 on digital and DVD. I'm Carlee with Kids First.
And I'm Heather Suarez. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to get all of our newest reviews, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
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 Bye, guys. Thank you.
Together.
Making our Christmas memories.